Thank you, Zach. Staying with local politics, despite a record increase in state aid to every public school student, the education lobby is telling our Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic that in some cases they still have had to cut their budgets, or the increase was a wash for them.
You probably saw or heard the headlines that the governor, the House Republican Speaker, and a bipartisan group of lawmakers recently adopted an historic record amount of money for each public school child in the state. The headline is accurate, but it's not the whole story. Make no mistake, the education lobby is pleased with the amount.
We're very happy with that. But what a lot of people don't recognize is on the back end, we lost a bunch of dollars.
For example, in last year's K-12 budget, none of the money going to the schools was going to higher education. But this year,
a big chunk, hundreds of millions of dollars that weren't going to universities in the previous budget are also in this budget.
So you should subtract that amount from the $10,050 figure. Meanwhile, the cost for school infrastructure keeps going up, but the new state budget did not pay for those cost increases, so some schools actually had to cut their budgets, despite the boost.
Inflation was larger than that, so we actually have districts that are in a cutting space, even though they saw an increase in the per pupil.
The governor and lawmakers also forced the schools to spend more on teacher retirement, which takes even more away from that $10,050 boost.
For some districts, it was actually almost a dollar for dollar exchange. So some districts really saw very little total increase in dollars to spend this year.
And some districts may have it's a wash.
Oh, it is. For some districts, it is, or very close to it.
So, while the headline itself was true, it did not totally reflect the reality that a record spending, which meant for some schools, not necessarily a gain. Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.